if you would have told me that I would be starting my own NGO, I would have laughed. I've always been an animal person. Ever since I was a kid, I'd go and pick kittens up, I'd pick puppies up, and I'd bring them home. But then as you keep growing up, you get stuck in an endless race. There's a rat race to get the perfect grades, to be the perfect student, to be the perfect daughter or son or whatever. And in that, you forget who you are, you forget your passion and what you wanted. However, 7 years ago, something happened which changed my life but also led me back to the person that I used to be. This is Todd. 7 years ago, he walked out for 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, everything changed. See, he never came back. We looked for days, months, weeks, but he was nowhere. I think that's the time when I started looking at people differently, because they were looking at me differently. I realized that for them, he was just a thing, not a living being, and I was just his owner. But for me, he was a family member, and somebody had taken my family member and they didn't care. Neither did my friends, my family, or the community. I was told time and time again, hey, just go get a new dog, it doesn't matter. Why are you feeling irritable? It doesn't matter, it's just a dog. But he wasn't just a dog. And that led me to look at the animal world with a completely new side. I was looking at the way we treat the animals. We beat them, we starve them, we lock them up in, well, basically prisons, right? We don't respect them. We don't think that they're living things. Yet again, things, not beings. We don't consider them alive. However, according to the University of Cambridge, there was a study done there in 2012, animals have a conscious. Now, what does that mean? It means that they can think, feel, and respond to the environment around them. It means that they feel happy, they feel sad, and they feel angry. They might do it differently, which is why we tend to ignore them. So, what did I do about this? About a couple of years back, I started my own page called For Earth. I was spreading information regarding animal rights and how you can help the animals around you. But that changed as well. Coming to this March, on the 5th of March, my friend Umar called me. There was a horrifying case outside his house. A dog had been shot multiple times in the face. She'd been lying there for 6 hours. There was nobody to help her. He called me at 10 p.m. He'd been shot at around 6. So for the next 2 hours, I tried to get some sort of help. But there was no NGO, there was no animal activist, there was no vet who'd want to help us out. By the time we were able to take her, she was too far gone and we had to put her down. The very next day, Todd's Welfare Society was formed. Todd's Welfare Society was formed to protect and save sick, injured, neglected and abused animals in the streets of Lahore. See, TWS is not just an NGO, it's a passion, it's an idea that all lives matter. An idea that for me to be human, I need to have compassion. An idea that I need to treat all the species that live in this planet with me with respect. And I wanted to change the perception regarding animals that they are non-living, non-feeling beings. They are sentimental beings who can think, who can feel. So, since March till now, we have come a long way. We have rescued over 80 animals. We have gotten over 40 dogs adopted. We also relocate animals, mostly dogs, from areas which they're going to be shot in. And when I started, my goal was that by the end of the year, I should have a piece of land where I can build the first animal shelter in Lahore. And I'm proud to say that we are so much closer to that. And at times when I'm thinking about it, it seems impossible. It seems impossible. I never thought that I'd be able to do this. In such a short time, when I started, everybody told me that TWS will fail. I didn't have a team, it was just me. I didn't have a plan, and I didn't have any money. Alright, so, and my friends would tell me that, if I start something, I'd be paying less attention to my job, and I had a good job, so why am I doing this? And the one thing which everybody was repeating time and time again was, it is not the right time. There's never going to be a right time. Do you think there's ever going to be the perfect time, moment, or year for when you want to do something? If you really want to do something, just get up and do it. Kya hoega? You failed. Try it again. Keep getting up. Keep doing it. There's no other way. There is no other way. There is no other path. This is it. There are no guarantees if you fail or if you succeed. But imagine the possibilities if you do succeed. The things that you can achieve. So, I was a person, I've never been a public speaker. Incredibly low on confidence, incredibly low on self-esteem. Yet here I am talking in front of you. This isn't something which I acquired overnight. Obviously I had to work at it. But it's about, see, the only person stopping you from doing anything is you. The day you let go of your ego, of your, whatever's stopping you, you can achieve anything you want to. Finding your passion is difficult, but you need to try. You need to keep trying, you need to look for the thing that really makes you alive. And the day you find it, you'll work towards it. No matter what situation you're in, no matter what is happening around you, you'll find a way to make it work. And it's not easy. Some people think that the second you find your passion, everything just falls into place. And then, you hear all the time that, find your passion and you're never working. No work is a working day, but I'm sorry, that's not it. You're working. Every day you're trying, you're tired, there are sleepless nights, you're crying, but you need to do what you got to do. I mean, there'll be times life is kicking you, but you really need to start. A few days back, I went through something really dramatic. We rescued a case, a dog. She was half paralyzed and somebody had cut her front paw. She was in a lot of pain. She had a maggot wound and an internal infection. A few vets told us that she might not survive, so we should put her down. But we didn't. See, now this dog, her name was Mandy. A very scared, timid dog who didn't really even like us touching her. But for the next few weeks, not just me but my entire team, we tried. Because everybody deserves a shot at life. If I'm not trying for her, who's going to try for it? So every day, we used to take her to the vet. She couldn't move on her own, so we had to change her position every few hours. She had to be fed because she couldn't balance herself. We did everything we possibly could. Literally everything, and then I started seeing her improving. She started sitting on her own, and she was responding to us. However, one day I walked in and there was blood all around her. We panicked. We took her to the vet, where we found out that she had, her organs were probably collapsing, loads of internal bleeding. The last thing we could do was get her blood transfusion. So we did it. I took my own dog and we got it done. And she was better, she was active, she was responding. We were also hopeful that she's going to get better. In the morning when I went to pick her up, to take her back to the vet, I picked her up and there was blood all over my front. All on my legs, on my feet. And I knew what I had to do. We took her to the vet and we had to put her down because her organs were completely failing. She was in pain. And at that moment, I think no case has touched me like this one. I wanted to give up. I wanted to take a step back and just disappear for a little bit. Because I did everything that I could to save her, but I couldn't. And her eyes kept on haunting me. I couldn't save her. I couldn't do it. I was sick of the losses. I was sick of the blood. I couldn't do it. I told these guys that, you know what, I'm going to disappear on you for a little bit. Just manage things on your own. What did I do? I cried for the next 2 hours, sucked it up, and I went back to work. Because this isn't about me. This isn't about how I'm feeling. This isn't about if I am sad, if I'm happy, if I'm angry, if I'm known, if I'm not known. It's not about me. It's about the cases we saved. It's about the lives we have changed. It's about the chances we've given to these animals. And it's about the chances we can give to others. There's so many mandies out there. And if I give up today, who's going to look after them? So the one thing that's my advice to all of you, if any of you ever start a social initiative, and I hope you guys do, never make it about yourself. It's not about your ego. It's not about your arrogance. It's not about your moods. If you're famous, if you're in control, or if you're not in control, it's about the difference you're making. It's about the change you want to make. It's about the lives you're saving. The second you start focusing on that, so many things that you can achieve. Anyway, see, if you fully believe in something and your intentions are pure, there's nothing that you cannot achieve. If you fail, get up and try again. There's nothing that is stopping you. Yes, there are difficult times. Yes, there are losses. Yes, mistakes are made. That's all right. There'll be times you'll have to make a lot of difficult decisions. But you need to do what you need to do. I recently quit my job. It was a good job. I've been working there for 2 years. They pay me good. Good people. I like my job. But I never loved my job. And the second I opened TWS, I realized this is something I loved. And I couldn't focus on it anymore. And that's what I wanted to do. So that's the thing you guys have to find for yourself. What is that one thing which you want in life? See, now I didn't want money. I wanted to go out and save these guys. What is it that you want to do? It's for you to find out. There are very few people who go down this road. Yes, a lot of you have ideas, a lot of you have dreams, but very few people, do anything about it. That's because nobody wants to step on the road. You don't know where it's leading. You don't know where you're going, so why take the risk? That's why you have so few people doing these things. But it's up to you to decide and to determine the kind of life that you want to live. Would you rather have a life of what ifs? Or would you have a life in which you're able to actually leave your impact on this world? Thank you.